for many years, there have been lots of stars who've made their way to a studio in the Thames Valley to record songs, some of which, I should say, ended up in the charts. So people like George Harrison, Led Zeppelin, Chris Rea, Robbie Williams, and Oasis. Well, legendary record producer and Cookham resident Stuart Epps was the man behind it all. And Stuart is heading to Norden Farm in Maidenhead to share some amazing stories from 5 decades in the music industry. Now, you will know that this time yesterday, if you're listening to the show, we found out about what it was like to work with Elton John, Sir Elton John, I should say, in the early days. But today we find out about an amazing call that Stuart received in the mid-90s.
The call was from Oasis's office, and I was going, wow, there were people in the room. I was pointing at the phone like, this is a big one, Anyway, so the story is that it was Noel that wanted to book the studio. He'd heard about the studio through Paul Weller, who'd used it, and he was coming down. Anyway, he turns up with all his equipment, tons of every amp I've ever seen, every guitar. I'll be honest, he wasn't unbelievably friendly. He was sort of very businesslike, to be honest. And we started working on this album that he'd already been working on the Shoulders of Giants. And the story is that we'd only been there a couple of days, and he suddenly announced that Liam has found out that we're here. They weren't particularly friendly at the time. He's going to come down and trash the place, is what Noel said. So we better get out quick. So I said, well, that's a bit of a shame. We were just getting into this. Anyway, while they're packing up, Liam arrives, and he is just great. He is totally brilliant. He looks around the place. He loves the studio. It was a great studio. In fact, he said it looks like Jimi Hendrix's bedroom, is what he said, although we don't know how he knew that. And we got on straight away. He was incredibly friendly, great guy. He was playing me songs. And anyway, that was the sessions went great. I took them round the pub at Brickmakers, it's called, which was all very nice. And I've seen Liam since. He's a very friendly guy. And the thing with, as you were saying, that, that obviously the huge tour that they now became friends again, and they did this incredible tour, is very good for the music business. That's how I see it. There's just not that many bands around anymore. So, the fact that it did so well and everyone went to see the tour is great for music and great for rock music, really.